Hey, we're in Max Brick Studio, and we're going to take a look at every Lego Iron Man figure and non-Lego Iron Man figure. I am more of a Lego purist, where I like just having Lego in my collection. But this is the one exception that I made, was not having all of these particular prints and variations for these Iron Man suits. And I gotta say, this is my favorite thing to have. Just having all these has taken quite a while to collect. Uh, Going from probably since Iron Man 3 came out with all these suits. So they starting out, the prints weren't very good. The quality was terrible. The prints weren't very good. But recently, they've gotten a lot better, and some of these figures have gone through three different orders that I've done for some of them. Some of them have done two. Some have only done one. They were pretty good with that first one starting out, so I kept that one. But up here we have uh, 5 rows and 10 figures in each row. So the bottom row will be 1 through 10, then 11 through 20, 21 through 30, and then the fourth row there. Igor doesn't make his cut up there because he's a little bit bigger, but we'll show the differences in some of these. There's actually two official Lego figures that I don't have up here, just because I didn't feel like that they were uh, accurate to the movie. I guess the color, the printing, just I didn't like how it was portrayed by Lego, and that's not their fault. They're given concept art prior to making some of this stuff, so they work with what they have to work with, and they're still fine. I like these better. So we'll start down on our first row, and we'll take a look, and we'll go through the rows real quick, and then we'll take a look at some other ones that we have here. So this is starting with Mark 1, going down to Mark 10 suit, and none of these have names. They just Mark 1 through 10. I think around Mark 15, they start getting into names. So this will start at number 11, and then Mark 15, which is this guy right here. I think he's called Sneaky, and that's one of our favorites. But this will get us down to number 20, Mark 20 suit. And then we jump back up here to 21. And we'll get all the way down. Some of these right here, some of the quality is better even than what Lego was putting out. So really happy with some of them. A couple of them have a few paint defects, but up here we're getting into 31. Number 38 is skipped because Igor is down on the table there. He doesn't make it into the Hall of Armor. He sits someplace else. Then we get up here. This is Mark 42 and 43, 44, 45. 44 is Hulkbuster. He's not up here either. We got Rescue up here because she was in Endgame. Wish they would have given her, the normal helmet like these guys do. But, she got the one from the video game, and that's okay. So we have all of those there. And then down here, we have the suits from the video games, and some Invincible Iron Man. I don't think he made it into the video game. He's a much older one. We got War Machine there. He's part of the group. We got Snowman, Iron Man from the Advent calendar. We also have Detroit Steel and Iron Venom, and both variations for the helmets there. So all of these suits are displayed in the Avengers Tower, and so these are all doubles that I have, except for Detroit Steel. I only have one of him. War Machine, I know I have two of his. So that's these guys here. So this would be Mark 1 starting there on the end. Mark 2, I don't think the rest really have names. As far as I know, we got Blazer and Taser there. But as far as like Mark 3, I don't really think that they did anything. I was looking on Bricklink. I couldn't find anything that jumped out at me. But if I'm wrong, you know, it happens. So we got there two. There's our bad guys. I tried to do this as the villains row, and then up here is just extra different variations of suits. I threw a Super Adaptoid in there. He's not Iron Man, but I like this figure, and there he is. And that's the end there. So I do like these. I did not like these starting out. Really didn't like them. But they've grown on me, and they get their own little Hall of Armor. So that's those guys here. So we'll go back over to the main suits that Tony Stark used, and let's take a look at Igor first. So here is the Lego version, and my goodness, this thing is horrendous. I go back and forth on having this guy displayed and not displayed, and I have him up there just because it's part of my completionist problem that I have, and he's up there. But if I could do away with that, I would not even have him anywhere around any of this. This is just hideous. Yeah, don't like it. So this guy here, this is I don't know what any of these brands are. I just do orders when I see something and I'm like, oh, there's some prints for some Iron Man. Let me see if I can get those. And sometimes I get them. They send me some random stuff sometimes, which most of the stuff I order is from the States. It probably comes from overseas. I mean, it's not probably, it does come from overseas, but try to order from the States here. So that way if I have a problem, I can maybe get it addressed. But it's rough trying to order these. But this guy, he came pretty good. This Igor is in one of the Lego Avengers games, and this is a Lego design. I mean, someone took it, obviously, someone stole it, but I like it. This guy looks great. I would, man, if Lego made this, I'd buy 100 of them. I mean, he just looks really good with all his details that he's got going on, and really close to the movie, the Iron Man 3 that he was in. So that's Igor. This one definitely gets displayed. He gets put up kind of beside the hall. This guy gets shoved off to the side with the Hulkbuster suits. So the mech suits. Oh man, the Mark 5. Let's take a look at the Mark 5 here. So that would be this guy, and then this guy down here. So Mark 5 is wrong color. I looked at a lot of these photos, and this just is plain red color. It's not dark red, or it doesn't have the gold in it. It's got the silver look to it. So this is the Mark 5. This is a non-Lego figure, but he looks really good. I like him. Even his legs are tight. He's a good figure. Some of them are not, but so this is the official Lego version, and I just didn't really care for this one as much. I think it looks okay. I mean, it's not terrible, but I like this one better. He's even got printing on the back of his legs, which Lego will never do. I don't know why, but they don't. But a lot of these non-Legos have printing on the arms, sides, toes, feet. I mean, it's everywhere, and it looks really good. So he's a pretty solid figure as far as the quality. So he gets put up there over the Lego version. The other one that I have up there over the Lego version is the Mark 42 suit, and the quality on this one is on par with Lego. It all of the parts, fit snug, and they're not loose like some of them are. Some of them you can just swing them back and forth, but this one you got to move the feet. But so Mark 42, has a lot of gold in it, and I really felt like this guy stood out a lot more than this fella here. So he's looking pretty good there. I like the Mark 42 suit. I just felt like more gold was needed for that particular iteration for the minifigure. But you know, it is what it is. Lego does all right. I'm not complaining about what they're doing. They just could do more. And we can always do. He's got printing on the back legs too, sides, toes, feet, everywhere. So pretty good. Mark 42 like that. Probably my worst one is probably going to be probably the Mark II. Just not a whole lot of detail there. It's got more of the rivets and stuff. That's the one that Rhodey takes and turns into War Machine. But I think this is one of my first go arounds with trying to buy non-Lego and making them into this display here. So we have official Lego here. That's the Mark 1. This is official Lego, the Mark 3. This one is not official Lego. Then we get into 5, 6. I'm sorry. This one might be official Lego. Let me take a look here. No, it is not. I was right. So just fake one there. I mean, it does work pretty well. But so that gets to Mark 7 here. Then we got 8, 9, and 10. Those are all non-Lego. Then we go up to 11. Most of these, on this row, are not Lego. We get our first name guy with Sneaky right here. That's one of our favorites. We got the Heartbreaker, which came in the Mandarin showdown in the boat, and that one was really good. We got, I believe that's Casanova there. I like this one here. This guy. This was one of the last ones that I got. To find his face printing to match up what was in the movie was really hard. No one was printing him like that, and I finally found one, and I ordered it. They sent me the wrong thing. I didn't get him, and then I found another guy who had him. I think he was out of New Jersey, and man, it's one of my favorites. It looks really good. I really like that red going across the face there. It's a good print. Really like that one. So one of my favorites. He turned out really well. This here is first generation. He's looked really good. I've kept him over the years. No one's really come up with a better one than that. Midas. I've gone through 3 of these, and it's still just not the best one that probably could be out there with the gold that goes into that. But that's Midas. Then we got Hot Rod. Shades here is a favorite. He might be at least a top 3 on favorite. Just the printing on this is amazing. What they did, I really think they did a great job with this. I almost want to say that they took this is a Lego official Lego parts, and they just printed over top of her. So I don't know how they do all that stuff, but man, it's just really good. I like it. Up next, we've got Tank here. He's another just really good, high quality, tight parts, and he just, man, the mask on that is awesome. His printing is great, right color. He was one that was really hard to find too, but came out really well. I was really excited when I got him, and I was like, finally getting the ones where the printing is kind of tough on the helmets, because they don't really like messing and changing around these helmets. We've got Gamma here. He's sporting a different suit there. I'll leave him there. We got Disco. This guy's got some great face printing too. Really like how he looks. And all this is, a lot of these are really accurate to the movie, and they're spot on with the details that they threw into this. So another really great one. This Blue Steel, he is a hodgepodge of 2. So I have 2 Blue Steels, and this is the Mark 30. So I took the print from one, and it just matched up so well with the suit I got on the second one. The second one came with the neck bracket, And it's the same as the Silver Centurion, and he just looks awesome. Really, really like how that one came out. And another one of my favorites. Don't know if it's the top three. Probably top five. I don't know if it's the top three. Then we're up to here. We're at the 31, 32, and then Silver Centurion is my favorite. Always has been. For the longest time, the Silver Centurion was the only Lego minifigure with prints on arms, legs, toes, sides of his legs, arms, back. I mean, he had printing everywhere. It's the only one for the longest time. Then they came out with the collectible minifigure for Marvel, and they have 4 or 5. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they have quite a few in there that have printing everywhere. Star Wars doesn't have that claim to fame yet, so one up on them on that. Getting down to these suits all here are just like Hammerhead with his underwater suit there. So those all look really great. These arc reactors are the same, the correct shape and color there for what was in the movie. So really happy with how these came out, and the printing on these masks are really great. I don't see any imperfections there. The one imperfection though, like this here, like Disco, he's got some orange up here that just made its way into there. So those are kind of things that I look at, but I can live with that. That's okay. So we have Hammerhead here. He's official Lego. And then we have Gemini, or some people call him Star Boost, but I go with Gemini. Then we have Shotgun, which this took me probably at least three different orders to try to get this guy right, because no one was printing his arc reactor correctly. So took a couple tries to get him right, but finally got it, and he's one of the favorites. Then we got Bones here on the end. He is official Lego, and he looks really good. I like that one too. Then we get up here where Mark 42 is, Mark 43, 45, and we get 46, 47. I do believe Pepper is 48. Then we have 50, which was in Infinity War. Then we have more of his classic color from Endgame, and with the shield there. That came with the new set with the compound on it. And we have this guy on the end, and I did not order this guy. So when I order these 9 Legos from folks, it's almost like they just take 10 figures and throw them in a box and send them off to you, and they don't even pay attention to what you're getting. But I didn't order him. He ended up in there, and I was like, man, I didn't even see this. This looks great. You know, this is when Thor does a Mjolnir, and Stormbreaker lightning shot into his back, powers him up, and scene's kind of confusing. I don't know what happens. So somehow Thanos picks him up. I don't know what he's doing, but anyway, made for some good-looking TV. But all kinds of printing all around him, and really good quality, and I really like the print, and yeah, good stuff on him. So that is all of our Iron Man figures. We have 50 total here, all in the Hall of Armor, including Igor and the 2 not displayed. There would be 53 total. Sorry, doing math and trying to think of what I'm doing in a few minutes does not go well together. So all of this here was displayed up here, but it is all coming down. So we've got a lot of work to do on moving our city over. We're going to get our train going through here. So we're taking all this down, and we do have all of the variations of Tony Stark. So we do have those. I don't know where I'm going to display these quite yet, but we do have all of our Tony Stark versions. Don't know if I have a favorite here. All of them are really good. I really like this one here, where he took on Captain America when they were making Vision, and I really like this one here from Infinity War. That came in the original. It was supposed to be, I guess, a Bricktober set for Toys R Us, but that one was pretty hard to find. I did get it at retail, I didn't have to pay exorbitant prices for it, and so he turned out really well. We do have the Mark V suitcase from the mansion, and like that too. But up here we just have some other Avengers things going on, and we got our Hulkbusters, got our Sicarian armor. We don't have all of the Hulkbusters. They are over in bags, and just so you can see what kind of, this is how things really go. You got a mess going on. So these are all of my minifigures, and we got Hulkbuster stuff down there and all kinds of things. But this is our display. This is the gauntlet. We have we got the small gauntlet. We have the one for Hulk. We have the one for Thanos, and we got a smaller one for Thanos also. So I'm kind of like thinking, if we have this one, and then this one here, we've got to get this version that Tony Stark made, and it's red. So I'm looking forward to Lego coming out with a gauntlet that Tony Stark built. So hope, cross my fingers out. Hope for that one. Also up here we have the War Machines. Not all of the War Machines are up here. One of them is, let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 War Machines, and then we've got his Endgame time travel suit. We have the other War Machine is up here, and he's up there on the main display. We do have all of our Endgame suits, and then we have Iron Legion. Iron Legion is not, to me, not an Iron Man suit, but he does make it up on the display up here with Hulkbuster. But the other Iron Legion that I have is in the Avengers Tower. So you got them both from that set. Then we just have our Shield agents there, just kind of representing what's going on. But so that's all our Iron Man minifigures. Pretty happy with them. Don't know where I'm going to display them. Not sure what I'm going to do. We'll find somewhere for them once we start moving things around and get a place for them. And hopefully I can get a update on moving our city over. I got a lot to move over. I've already started on it, and I'm going to get back to working on that. So we'll check you guys later.